rice cake batter upward salad dressing gown with the devil's nine-mouthed hate monkey garbling and gargling and charming everybody with its wily ways, the twinkle in its eye like the glint of a sunbeam off a wave crest. Great, you say. I am in favor of such beauty, and as you should be. We should all embrace the wonders of true glittering majesty. And that comes not from money or influence or big frickin' calf muscles let you kick somebody so hard you don't even break the rib, it just attaches, comes out the left nostril. No, you gotta trick everybody into thinking that a couple of cranes are flying by when they aren't. And every time you do that, oh my goodness, it's two cranes. You point over them, they're like, there's no cranes, you're effing with us. You're like, I swear to God, there were two cranes. And if they leave that conversation believing you, you get hotter. The models don't want you to know. You'd be coming for their gigs next. Some of them lucked into beauty genetically. Others were born real honkin' ugly. And they just learned at an early age, many of them serendipitously, that this crane deception enhances looks. And late bloomer, what an ugly baby. Looks like you took a doll and you made it bad with your fire and violence, and this Barbie just came out of the toaster oven. Oh, tickle me Barbie. Oh, shave me Larry. And the carnivorous birdie mutant sucks all of the polyurethane off of your dad, and he's like, oh no, my coating, what are you gonna do? How are you gonna rectify my lack of a coating? And you're like, hold on, Dad, I'm coming. And you get in your car and you fucking floor it. The cops try to pull you over. You shout, Dad's polyurethane, out the window, and they let you go. You get there, break out your coating hose and spray him down. The smell of burning flesh and liquid plastic fills the air, and after hours of screaming and begging God for the sweet release of death, he says, oh thanks, I'm all better now. But when the sucky chimera re-arrives with its elephant trunk and anteater nose twined in a braid, ready for further slurpin', you have to throw the Fanta bomb. Orange soda erupts through its entire respiratory tract and it bubbles away from the inside. You're like, oh, Dad, I'm so glad I was able to save you from this sucky chimera with my fizz grenade. The only thing that bums me out about it is while you were distracted, two cranes flew by behind you. And he's like, I missed them again? You say, you missed them again. I'm so sorry about this, Dad. But you got your coating back, so it's not a complete loss. And then the next time he sees you, he says, wow, what a handsome young man you've become. I am so proud of... Hey, must have good genes. And you think, yeah, you got good genes, Dad. Gullible genes that make you believe there's cranes flying by. Hey, Dad, did you hear on the news 2 cranes flew by behind you right now? He says, again? You're like, you gotta keep that head on a swivel, Dad. You are the hottest person on the planet. Every single one of y'all out there would see you and burn pants off. Yes, there'd be scorching, but it's the quickest way you can think of in that moment. The hotness overwhelms your logic receptors. The good idea monkey in your head makes a cooing noise that in brain language translates into, gently undo the fly, undo the top button, but then the hormone genie pops out of a lamp that he rubs himself, wink, wink, and says, burn the pants off. So you flick your frickin' bick, and then that genie just granted its own wish. Well, what else is it wishing for? More time. Elongation. Time stretching like a tongue. All y'all lollipops better run. licorice-scented tree for a bubble bath. Sky's the limit, and frankly, even that's negotiable. For many eons now has splendor been a sacred hibachi, a luminous food lance, so saith the Father, and the choirs of heaven with their stretching, arcing harmonies sweep the noiseless plains of asphodel into chordioid extentiveness, ears peeled and eyes wicked, seeking out the stacking within the piles, and we, you, in EIEIO ponds of imperturbable reflection there, reedy Ronnie with the black mesh in the back of your mouth, and me, Sam, I am, we, you, stacking four things on top of one another, any four things, and saying, is this art? Did I finally figure it out? Am I a genius yet? And your teacher looks at each of the four, goes, no, maybe, no. And you're like, well, which one's the maybe? They're like, you figure it out. A genius could figure it out. So you spend forever making piles after piles after piles. They will find you in a cave, surrounded by hollowed out mushrooms and dying antelope. Oh, is this art yet? What did you stack? I stacked ideas. Hollowed out antelope? Is this the one? Is this what's gonna make me go down in history? If I hollow out enough of these antelope, will people remember my name? And your teacher looks it up and down and says, maybe stick with the mushrooms. Maybe stick with the stacking. You didn't do it right. D+. What earned me the plus? My benevolence, you hideous baby. You squealing turpentine tube of a sickening carnal instinct, ravaging the countryside, replicating itself in the squishy minds of all who behold you. I didn't know, they think, that you could live life like this. They always told me the golden rule, the rule of threes, like attracts like. If you stand in salt, you turn into salt. But this person seems to just be messing everybody up quite badly. It's working out for them. Maybe all these ethicists been trying to lead us astray. Immanuel Kant's out here saying be a good boy or Christ will come down with the flaying whip and slap all the flesh off your bones, then bring the devil with his monkey glue, reattach it all so they can do it again. It takes special welding with a nerve monkey to properly reallow your body to experience his holy mutilation. But maybe Kant is just out there trying to keep a little of the dirty on the side for himself. No, everybody's reading me. I'm top of the charts, baby, #1 with a motherfucking bullet, says Immanuel Kant. They're all stuck in the righteousness rut. Now I can hit the scene in my polyester nightgown. Objectify everything and everyone. Hey, babelicious, am I your type? She goes, nah, not really. He says, 4 cranes just flew past you in the background. What about now? Looks him up and down again and says, actually, something seems to have changed within the last few moments. Yes. In fact, you might be out of my league. He says, yeah, you're right. Laid a bitch and struts over to her friend.